So I feel like music gods are literally hearing me out. I've been recently reacting to so many vocal-based groups, and I feel so happy about my content, and you guys are enjoying it so much. And one of the groups that I have recently discovered is Kiss of Life, and one of the groups that I have been loving, adoring those little incredible cute creatures is NMIXX. I cannot even express how excited I am. So let's get into it. Just one little exclamation for the comment section. I don't want to see no fan wars. I don't want to see, oh, my fave is better than your fave. Okay, let's be really classy and let's be really appreciative of this unique situation of all of these incredible voices, and let's appreciate the hard work. So let's get into it. Natty just looks stressed.
총 2개의 라운드로 보컬 차력 최강팀을 가려볼 건데요. 첫 번째는 바로 노래방 점수 대결입니다. 룰은 간단합니다. K-팝과 팝송 총 2곡을 부르고 합산한 노래방
So they're going to sing 2 songs,
점수가 더 높은 팀이
and the team with the higher score wins.
게임입니다. 그럼 먼저 NMIXX 팀 어떤 팝송을 들려주실 건가요?
저희는 Rewrite the Stars.
Rewrite the Stars. That song became so popular in Korea, I think, since Dio sang it, right? Oh, it's such a gorgeous song. I'm so happy that it's making rounds around the block.
대박이죠, 그거 대박이죠.
The Greatest Showman의 OST요.
기대를 해보겠습니다. 준비되셨나요?
네.
네.
이겨야지.
You have to love her.
뮤직. 큐. 어마어마한 NMIXX의 노래.
Ready? You think it's easy. You think I don't wanna run to you, but there are mountains and there are doors that we can walk through.
Good handling of that very low part. You can see that when she was dipping way too low into her register and the color was withdrawing, she opted to go more of like a little bit of a whisper way. Very lightweight. She was not trying to push it with a clean tone, which is sometimes a better option, especially if the tone is just so low. You can hear her breathe all the time. Those are the good deep breaths of a singer that support all the time.
I know you're wondering why, because we're able to be just you and me.
This is very low.
Walls, but when we go outside, you're gonna wake up and see that it was hopeless after all. No one can rewrite the stars. How can you say you mine? Nothing could keep us apart. You'll be the one I was meant to find.
Okay, so before we're gonna talk about haewon's just gorgeous tonal quality, I have to say something about Lily's tonal quality, because a lot of people are very heavily criticizing that. And I've noticed that probably it might have even reached her, to be honest, because I've noticed that she's been warming up her voice a little bit recently. That's not bad. If you as a vocalist want to warm it up a tiny bit more, there are ways to do that, so your voice is not translating so metallic. I am the biggest preacher when it comes to loving your natural tone quality. Some people are extremely lucky with like a very pretty tonal qualities, and then you have people who have much more, you know, specific and very distinctive tonal qualities, either very metallic, very bright. There are people who have husky voices, you know, but each tone quality is very pretty in its own way. Like, also being distinctive and standing out of the crowd with your tonal quality is also good, you know? So this was very hard for me, because I've seen and I've taught so many singers that were very self-conscious about their tonal qualities. And when I see someone bashing singer, not because of their, you know, technical shortcomings, but because of their tonal quality, something that, you know, they can work around it a little bit, but they would have to start modulate and, you know, actively change their voice. Like, she is so viscerally connected with her voice, and she's a very natural singer, you know? She never tried to really change or modulate her sound too much. And I appreciate that, because then her singing comes through very naturally and just very raw. And I really, really always like that. And I don't want to see people, you know, bashing singers for their tonal qualities, because then you have so many people that are going to be, based on that, so insecure about their own tonal qualities. I think all of them are special. I don't want to sound cheesy. Okay, like everyone is beautiful. But at the end of the day, yeah, every tonal quality has their own pluses and minuses. And just, we can find pretty and we can find beauty in every single tonal quality out there, I think.
And it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. How can we rewrite the stars? See that the world can be ours. Tonight, all I want is to fly with you. All I
Beautiful
want is
harmony.
to fall with you. So just give me all of you. It feels impossible. Is it impossible? Say that it's possible. How do we?
Oh, that haewon's low tone. Oh, she's really going chesty into that tone. Beautiful. One thing, I feel like they are match made in heaven. I don't know if you remember the first time I reacted to these two. I was like, these girls are match made in heaven. The fact that they are in one band is just so incredibly lucky, because they go together so well. They're so beautifully synchronized. They are so interconnected. I knew immediately they're gonna do some type of harmony, because like NMIXX is so well known for the harmony. But these two especially, but oh my god, listen how the haewon's tone is coming through on the lower tones so beautifully.
With you, all I want is to fall with you. So just give me all of you.
So pretty.
It feels impossible. Is it impossible?
But
Say that it's
so pretty.
possible. How do we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing can keep us apart. You are the ones I was meant to find. It's up to you and it's up to me.
Look how they're controlling their dynamics together. So when they were going fully, you could hear that haewon was just like plugging in whole her chest resonance, and Lily was really amping it up on a higher tone. But now when they're like kind of withdrawing the dynamics a little bit back, both of them just instinctively reacted to each other and withdrawn and went a little bit more sensitive into the next phrase. Their synergy is incredible.
No one can say what we get to be. Why don't we rewrite the stars, changing the world to be ours?
So pretty.
We're bound to break and our hands are tied.
이렇게 잘 불렀는데 점수는 과연
Good job. Is this, I'm not sure how the score works in this. So if somebody understands that, let me know. I'm not fully understanding, I would say. I think it's a precision of the way you sang that song, but I'm not sure. Beautiful coordination. You can see that they have a very deep connection as to people and as to singers as well. They're so used to just click. That's good. Okay, next Kiss of Life.
우리가 이길 거야. 다음 팝송은 어떤 거죠? 소개 좀 해주세요.
바로 데미 로바토의 Sorry Not Sorry입니다.
Ooh,
Sorry. 우리가
I think this could fit, because we know Belle is much more of kind of like an R&B singer, but Natty has a good bass, and Demi Lovato, she's a brutal singer. Like, she has so much power and she has just so much color in her voice. She's not a lightweight singer, and and she's a power belter. So this could really collide nicely.
이겨서 Sorry Not Sorry.
야, 잠깐만. 야, 미안한데 안 미안해 이 느낌이 아니에요.
Haewon is like, what did you
제대로
say, little?
약올리는데요. 일단은 알겠습니다. 그러면 준비되셨나요?
네.
뮤직 큐. 키오프가 부릅니다. 미안한데 안 미안해.
Now I'm out here looking like revenge, feeling like a 10, the best I ever been. And yeah, I know how bad it must hurt to see me like this, but it get worse. Now you're out here looking like regret, antibiotic acts, like shit you never get. And yeah, I know how.
I have a soft spot for Belle. Like, I love her voice. They're both like Belle and Natty. Belle and Natty are both very R&B singers, but it's like black and white. It's just like they are the shades, you know. And I love how opposites to each other they are.
How bad is my hurt to see me like this, but it gets worse. The playback is budget. Hey baby, I'm a bad. You're playing, I'm a savage. Not happen, can't happen tonight. And it'd be nice to me to take it easy on you, but now.
You can also see very big difference. Now I'm thinking about it, like literally the pairing of Natty and Belle are the same, very similar synergy to Lily and Haewon, if we think about it, right? I'm loving this. I am living my best life right now. When it comes to Kiss of Life, you can see that their whole singing style is quite different. Their stylization is much more different. You can see how the tension of the voice changes completely when it comes to more of an R&B singing, right?
Baby, I'm sorry.
Much more air. This is what you're gonna get at an intro, right? Before you're gonna get into the belty part.
I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Feeling inspired 'cause the tables have turned. Yeah, I'm on fire and I know that it burns. Talk that talk, baby. Better walk, better walk.
Belle sounds good in here. She's very high. I would love her to open down maybe just a tiny little bit, but I think she's just getting ready for it to open in the next chorus. With a very intense songs like this, you have to be very careful with the dosage. So you don't want to dump everything the first chorus and then just die off, because what's gonna audience do? They're gonna get super bored. And trust me, even when you have like a full song of belts, you can get bored very easily.
Walk that walk, baby. If you talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby. Oh yeah. Talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby. If you talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby. Oh, baby.
That was good. You can see what I mean by a little bit more opener. I think she was going somewhere to... That would be a little bit of a bigger opener. You want to drop that jaw a little bit, because if you don't, you can get a really restricted sound. Want that restriction. You don't want that very, I call it sometimes a little Mickey Mouse sound. This is the sound that you want to go for. You want it to be big, spacious, and like not feel restricted only to the nasal area. It's because that sound is leaning there. There is a stability. You're starting from there. But then it's up on you to really open a jaw and create more space for that tone, so it's not just stuck in your nose, basically, and in your sinuses.
You talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby. Oh yeah. Talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby. If you talk that talk, baby. Better walk that walk, baby.
One unlucky thing for her here was that she went into a which is gonna translate a little bit more nasally than if we would go into a Hae gives you a little bit more space, so you can open a little bit more into the width of a tone as well, while O is very, very narrow, so you don't have that much of a space to open.
Sorry, being so bad got me feeling so good. Showing you back that I know that I won. Baby, I'm sorry. Not sorry. And baby, I'm sorry. I'm not.
I love that Natty's half airy sing, I'm sorry. It's so attractive. She knows how to make, but that's, R&B is about that. R&B is for lovers, you know? So you have to have that, like, the love.
Baby, I'm sorry. Not sorry. And baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Feeling inspired 'cause the tables have turned. Yeah, I'm on fire and I know that it burns.
You could hear a tiny bit of a hint of a vibrato there from about when you get a vibrato in a place like that, it's good. It means that you're basically chilling. That's good.
I'm sorry.
미안해, 안 미안해.
Good job.
몇 점 나왔을지 모두가 궁금해하고 있는데요.
The way I love their voices just coming together.
기호분 78점. 야, 이 기기가 대체적으로
I do not know what they're basing the voting on. I have no idea. I don't get it. Help me. I think this was pretty much on par. You can see the difference in approach of Belle to the high tones, and you can see the difference between her and Lily. Very, very different stylization. Completely different stylization. It's coming from their singing style. It's coming also from the roots of the choice of the singing style, which for Belle, it's much more obviously the very typical R&B. While with Lily, she has a little bit more obvious classical training. Like when I first heard Lily, I was like, yes, this is the child that went through that standard classical training, you know, and then later developed a particular style for herself later. When it comes to Belle and when it comes to Natty and haewon, that's sauce in that voice. You can see the weight, you can see the vibrato. She's absolutely not scared of that. When she's going into lower tones, she's not just brushing over them, she's making them really nice and spacious. And Natty, on the other hand, again, whole Kiss of Life is very stylized. So they're nicely working together and nobody is basically stepping out of the line with some, you know, totally different stylization than the rest of the singers. So Natty with that little bit of an air and a lot of fry is just, that singing is seductive. I don't know how to even explain it any other way. The spicy vocals, okay.
에스파 선배님의 spicy.
바로 매운맛으로 혼내주겠다 이렇게 바로 나오네요.
Oh, I
좋습니다.
cannot believe that we got aespa included in this. This is a vocal goodness. Somehow we got aespa included
바로
too.
시작하는 NMIXX.
Uh-oh.
니들의 매운맛을 알아?
Too spicy.
I love her.
You want my A to the Z, but you want 어림없이 맞춰봐 sweet, don't freak. What's hiding underneath? I see. 저리 듯한 보는 너 기회는.
She's an all-rounder. The rap was good. A lot of singers are awkward when they rap because it's a different phrasing. There's a different tension in the voice. As a singer, you build up the phrase. As a rapper, you have to like keep the tension across the whole phrase and just section it. So she's so cool.
You won't get it. No, you won't get it.
I say,
깜빡한 순간 끌어당겨 you be mine. Mine. 벌써 다가와 can't cross my borderline. 날 변하기만 했던 every day. 이제 그만 룰을 벗어날 때 어렵지 않아 just right now. Cause I'm too spicy for your heart. The fire alarm. 심장을 파고들어 나. I'm too spicy.
because her voice is warmer, her mix is so pretty. For people like Lily, you know, she's very often criticized. When you hear her core voice, it's not coming through too bright. It's when she dips into her mix and higher, where her tonal quality gets like thinner and brighter. That's where people are, too much, right? That happens to bright tonal qualities all the time. But to people like haewon, She has already like a little husky, very grounded tone quality. When they mix, it's just translating so warm. You know, there's not overtly metallic sound to it. Ah, so pretty.
I'm too spicy. Ready? 강도를 높여 down. Cause I'm too spicy for you.
That was so nicely open. You can hear that the sound for her, for Lily, is not sitting here at the front only. It's at the back. It's sitting at the back instead of That would be frontal resonance, but she is actually utilizing her whole space for the resonance.
Too spicy, I'm too spicy. Don't stop picking the bar. Hey, next step myself. I'm too spicy, I'm too spicy for you.
For you, spicy.
The fry for you.
와우!
Wow!
90
Like, I genuinely don't know how they're voting for this, but like, yay, I guess.
4점.
아 목말라. 방금 무대가 너무 매워갖고.
아, 매워서 목마르다. 야.
I'm thirsty.
thirsty aespa.
Everybody included aespa. Everybody's like, I'm the biggest aespa stan, so even though the other part, everybody included aespa. They're like, I am the biggest aespa stan, and I will absolutely come out with that as much as I can. We love it. We love to see aespa songs. We do.
에스파의 노래로 똑같이 이제 또 대결한다는 건데 키오프가 부르는 에스파의
Thirsty.
뮤직 큐. 목말라.
너를 두드리고 있어. 반짝이는 숨은 매일 왜 천천하게 일렁이는
That was a nice slide. One thing that Natty does, she's mixing quite a lot of air overall in her singing. So you get a little bit of a fry and then this half air, half clean very, very often. But I think that's most of the time it's a good choice. Of course, like from time to time you want to see a singer sing with their clean tone and just go, you know, extremely forward. But I think for her, the stylization and this modulation just fits because it is exaggerating the prettiest, you know, the prettiest qualities of her voice.
알 수 없는 너를 가만 보면 깊은 그 눈빛이 궁금해지면 괜히 거친 바람처럼 나의 너를 해집어.
And both of them really great movement. Like you can see the riffs and runs are their bread and butter in their music as well, in their live performances. So that's something that they do so often. For an R&B singer, runs and riffs, bread and butter. I want to see them. I want to see them a lot.
하루 종일 난 비춰 빠짐없이 내 어떤 날씨까지 날 깊게 다루죠. So tell me what you wanna do, boy. 너는 닿을수록 thirsty. 분명 가득한데 thirsty. Yeah, got your boy sipping all night. The tipping all night.
Ooh, their voices sound beautiful together. Beautiful harmony. That sounded, ooh, I got goosebumps. Yeah, oh, so pretty.
넌 어때 웃지 말고 그냥만 보지 말고 인정해 be real 지금 boom boom shake 아이아이아이 자꾸 심술 나빠지 아이아이아이야 뽀뽀 마음이 난 가까운
I'm not sure. Natty also raps within Kiss of Life. I've listened to a couple of their songs, but I definitely haven't covered their whole discography. I didn't have a time yet because I think her voice would be great for this kind of like hybrid position because, ooh, that rap has some, like that very like laid back feel.
Got your book, sipping all night, sipping all night. 얕은 수면보다 훨씬 짙은 너의 맘 끝까지 알고 싶어져. sipping all night, sipping all night. 맘이 커질수록 thirsty. 생각은 no.
For the band that has just very recently debuted, I know they didn't debut yesterday. Okay, I know, but they're not like, you know, a couple of years present band. They are 5th generation. They have a really good, I would say, synergy. They have a really good, this non-verbal communication. They clash very, very nicely. They work together very well. Like it feels like they've been just singing together for a much longer time than they probably have. And it just shows that it's not, you know, just singing is not just the byproduct of their performances, but they've been drilling, you know, like they've been drilling, they've been really working on it and working on it together. So they're not just like, okay, you're going to take singing lessons because you're the main singer, that's it. It's obvious that they've been drilling singing together because this type of like very seamless synergy and this very seamless work together happens usually a slightly later. Like you have to have that experience for it. You have to have that time passed. So they've been working together a lot, which I'm super happy to see. Especially with Kiss of Life, they also seem super, you know, sweet and super close.
So thirsty, yeah. talking 말해 솔직하게 전부 수면 깊이 감춰놓은 네 맘으로 적셔놔. 그래서 내게 좋아. 그래서 욕심이 나.
It's very interesting to see her mix like this. She has very good way of working her voice up to that mix. So she's not trying to build overtly far and then have issues to start mixing. She prefers to enter her mix first and then open the tone.
Don't you, baby.
That was a nice movement in that her voice. It would be really cool if she would start to reconnect it somewhere in the mix. It was like the amount of movement that especially Belle does. You can see that she has a passion for it. And yeah, when you learn and when you have an opportunity to do music where you have a lot of riffs and runs, it's so freaking enjoyable. That very typical whistle, even though this was a very high head voice. This is, I'm not sure. It sounds like a whistle register to me, but Belle has a good access to it. She also has a song. They have official song where she does whistle notes. So the training. Whistle notes are something that are a great party trick. They're not very often utilized in singing because if you overdo them, it's just way too much. So even the best singers utilize them from time to time, just like spicing it up and just reminding people, hey, I can do this. And it's really cool that we already know about Belle, that she can do them and she's maintaining them. That's good. That air mixing, so pretty.
와, thirsty 몇 점 나왔을지 몇 점 나왔을지
Wow. Still completely confused about the voting, but they got 100 points. So we've got 176 for NMIXX and 178 for Kiss of Life. I'm correct.
자격이 없을 테니 이렇게 얘기하고 있는 것
We're gonna go to the round 2.
보도록 하겠습니다. 두 번째 게임은 어디까지 올라가는 거예요?
How high can you go?
어디 올라가는 거예요?
네, 네 분이
Belle is there. Like, how high can I go? You wanna see? What are you gonna be singing? Oh, day 6. Oh, good luck.
Let's go!
Hey!
워! 진정한 보컬 차력 최강자는 누구?
Let's go, Natty.
솔직히 말할게 많이 기다려왔어 너도 그랬을 거라 믿어 오늘의 용기 매일같이 달력을 보면서
Look at the beautiful opener. That nice opener. I just want to point out that this whole challenge is not interesting and really hard only because they're going up with a key each time, but they have to hear it. Like they have to redirect their brain to the next key. That's hard. You have to have quite a lot of musicality for that.
All about you and I 다른 건 다 제쳐두고 Now come with me, take my hand.
Those short tones are hard. It's literally, it sounds like seagull. Right there. So they're a little bit of a chest mix, but it's because they're so short, you have to make sure that they're like the same length. And every single one of them needs separate support, basically. Good job! I think haewon very often is beating this kind of general opinion that when you are a lower set voice, you cannot hit higher notes or you have more issues like hitting them. That's absolutely not true. You have still access to your head voice and your upper mix, and you can go pretty high.
Come on!
How high is that? My head voice is very dead recently. I need to stimulate it more, but I'm not singing it too much. So I have to come back to that.
Come on!
She's like, whatever, I still hit it and I did good. And she really did well. I think both of them are doing very well for, I think it was the very highest and I think that's the high tone she is missing quite a little bit. I think, I don't know, based on what they're throwing them out, but I think that one was just a tad under.
지금이 여기까지 마냥 순탄하진 않았지 오늘이 오길 나도 못 빠져라 기다렸어 Hey 솔직히 나보다도 네가 몇 배
That hey, you can see. So again, when you have a masked singing, I've seen a lot of vocal coaches, let's say, yeah, I've seen a lot of vocal coaches claiming that basically, or saying that the frontal singing, the masked singing it's good. It's good. It's not a bad technique. It is practical and you can teach it to person quite effectively, right? But there is one bigger issue with that, and it's when it starts to get very congested. You have to actively open it. You have to create a lot of space for it, and it cannot just sit there. There's going to be tones that you need to sit a little bit more in the back. You need to also use your chest mix. So here the fronted sound is very different from the chest mix. So for example, oh, let me play that one for you here. Right here. This would be the frontal sound. it would have a very strong nasality. But this is a great opportunity to actually put it into your chest mix. Hey, hey. Doesn't it sound better? Doesn't it just sound more saucy, more spicy, you know?
솔직히 나보다도 네가 몇 배는 더 힘들었을 거라고 믿어 오늘을 위해 그저 견뎌줘서 고마워
Very pretty. Even that high tone was just, she just tapped it, but it was clean, you know? I think she got a tiny bit unstable and that had a if you go only with the airy head voice, it can, I think it could have noticed that she was wavering a little bit in a with a pitch there. Let me hear it more. I think it's the fourth that fourth O is a little bit weaker. I see that as the only way how it could trigger that machine. The funny thing is that I know that Belle could absolutely sing it in a mix and chose to sing it in a head voice, and that might have triggered the little, you know, alarm thing. Because, you know, she's handling it. It's in her head voice. If she would choose it to sing it in her mix, she could. She absolutely could. She would be fine. The last tone that she pulled exactly there. I don't know what happened here. This is so chaotic. But from everybody, Lily has that, oh my god, that upper register is so solid. There's no air, there's no wiggling. It's just, she's hitting those notes with like needle precision. It's insane. It sounded clean to me. See, this is what I mean when I say that Lily and haewon are just like if you would have like two little blobs and you get them too close to each other, they just like get into one. She cannot help herself. Like she harmonized with her so easily and so effortlessly, just like on the whim. So cool. You can hear how leveled her voice is across the registers because when she's singing in her mix right here, right here, that's more of her mix right there. But when she just runs up into that head voice, the tones just stay exactly as clean, no loss in power, so balanced. Lily is insane in that. I know that people have been pointing out like a variety of like strengths that Lily has, for me it's this. Like that balance between her registers is just incredible. When I was in Berkeley, one thing that some of the best professors wanted was you to have the most balance that you can achieve across your whole registers, because as a singer you don't use them at all times. But that's like the pinnacle of being like the great singer, is to like really have gorgeously balanced voice across the registers without any obvious weak spots, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And Lily for me is covering it insanely. Good job!
아까는 어쨌든 키오프가 1승이었고요. 지금은 NMIXX가 1승입니다. 그러니까 무승부로 1대1로
It's a tie! Now you know you're gonna get like 300 group hugs, because these girls are in general just vibing. I feel like they're gonna be like, you know, they feel like they're gonna be like, as a personalities, really nicely clicking. At the end of the day, I said it before, like I cannot imagine someone having beef with NMIXX, and I cannot imagine someone having beef with like Kiss of Life. Like they're just a bunch of cuties, you know? They also feel super approachable. So especially because of that, the both groups are so approachable. It's just they're gonna mix pretty well. Mix. It was very close on both. So I know this was a longer video, I apologize, but I wanted to be thorough, and at the end of the day, I kind of just wanted to chat with you guys. I really like longer videos because I feel like you're sitting here with me, and I know this is pretty much one-sided conversation because I'm only one talking, but you can talk to me in comments. I read them, I check them out. So if you have something you want to recommend for me, write it down in the comments. I will read it, and I will cook something good for you. But if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe right here. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. And here is the rest of my K-pop reactions. Please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.